Hi, I'm Chris Cummings, and I am the CEO of Petra Technologies, and we provide rock-solid IT every day. Today I'm going to be talking about 3 different types of backup that is for your desktop. And this plays into account when you're actually trying to be proactive against something like ransomware or viruses or something like that, which is covered in some of our earlier videos of what those are. So there are 2 main ways that the desktop actually can back up to the cloud, and another one that's actually used on site. In real time, the cloud backup versions actually can either save the contents as you're making changes in real time, and it actually copies them up to the cloud and overwrites that data. And so you always have the latest version of whatever you have offsite in case of some kind of a problem, like your laptop gets stolen. Then you can always go back to that data. There's another one that actually does real-time versioning. And versioning is so that every time that there's a change that's occurring, it's copying it up to the cloud, but it's also keeping versions in history. Now that plays into why you might want to have that version when it comes to ransomware, because ransomware is actually encrypting all your data. That therefore is signifying a change. That change gets copied up into the cloud. And if it's only keeping the last copy, well, then that's got the copy of the encrypted data and not the data before that. So versioning allows you to have multiple copies over history. And so the third one, though, is another version that does image-based. Image-based actually can copy the whole entire contents as a snapshot into a drive that's somewhere else on the network, so that in the event that we need to recover that information, you can pull that snapshot back as an entire whole picture of the computer and go boom, it's right back to the way it was, including the patches, the customizations, and the data as far as what's on that computer. It gets booted up on a special device that goes out and calls that image back and performs the whole entire automated recovery. And sometimes that's actually just in a matter of minutes that it can actually pull that data back. Rather than one of the cloud-based file and folder versions, you have to rebuild the computer and then bring the data back separately after you rebuild the operating system on the computer. So to check which ones you have is important so that you know what type of coverage you have. And the side note to all this is that there's a new trend in business with ransomware that is actually now taking contents off your computer before they encrypt it. And if you don't pay the ransom, then they actually make your data publicly available for download. So there's a whole nother shift going on and some more reasons to weigh all this stuff out. But until then, if there's any comment that you have, please drop me a line and let me know. Thanks.